Somebody sent me an email. Paul Ryan, the guy that's the politician. They're going to kick him out of politics. He wants to see if he can get a job trading. And somebody on Twitter, so he says, somebody on Twitter is going after this. And this is the Elite Currency EA. It says EA, but I think it's probably, I don't know. I think you still got to pull trigger manually. It's called the SWAT wave analysis. He's fed up of being chopped around on the euro. Great performance on the FX Blue account, by the way. Now, you can get some great returns trading a system with a lot of filters. But since I have no filter, obviously, that's not how I would trade. So I'm trading my personality. I'm trading what I see. I see stuff and I say, wow, look at that. There's a trade there. Oh, there's a trade there. And a lot of the frustration was originally is that I would see opportunities and I couldn't take advantage of them, and it just drove me crazy. So then I started, well, I mean, this is typically the reason why you'd pull the trigger at the market. You'd be like, oh, I don't want to miss this one. I missed the last one. Get the fuck in this trade. Now, getting the fuck in the trade, as soon as you get in, how big did you get in? Did you really buy 10 cars? How many rock stars how many movie stars have just, they get their first paycheck, they go nuts. Turns out they didn't think about whatever taxes they're going to owe on all these winnings. There's lottery winners that go bankrupt. So, cashing out of your winners and taking small profits. Now they would say, for the professional trader, taking small profits is going to be a losing thing. But actually, is it true? Or is it that it's the amount of money they're taking? What do you call small? It's relative, right? It's really relative. So the problem with about trading is that you could be right about a move, but how much money did you really make? Did you lock up margin in that trade? Or should you be a scalper? Where's the best rate of return? The guy that's all about rate of return. Look, you just doubled the account. Look, you just quadrupled the account. Well, of course. Anybody can samurai trade an account. And actually, if I had a money management robot come in behind me and move now here's where percentage would matter on the way out. It's not percentage in. Only risk 2% of your account. What is the fucking exit amount? Are you making 100%? Risking 2%? That's some good trading. You could do that. People don't believe it's possible, so they don't do it. It's a belief system issue. You're trading your belief system. So there is a social norm when you go into the coffee shop. Of course, there's women that are wearing yoga pants. That's not illegal. There's a girl at the coffee shop in the rich part of town. She was wearing a black striped sport jacket, I guess you call it. She had black hair. Her hair in a sport jacket, she would look like a bird. That's what they call them in Britain. It's a hot-looking bird. So I was just watching the birds in the front yard, and I thought, yeah, it's not some big bruiser, dude. They're like a bird. There's that song, I'm Like a Bird. So, the SWAT. Yeah, this could make money. You can make a ton of money doing this thing. Well, what's a ton of money? Good rate of return, I suppose, right? Over time. You're making 3%. You're making 10% a month. Well, you're doing better than losing, but are you really killing it? Where's the really good trades? Well, they're typically going to be like, it's support and resistance. But that's time frame dependent. And you'd have to wait like all week for a extreme price to get in and swing back the other way and go the other way and totally go. You're at the reversal point when everybody's so bearish. Like you could read the newspaper, just faded. The fucking this guy on Zero Hedge, this Grossman or guy, I don't know, some guy that's a big Gartman. Okay, this Gartman guy, I guess he's totally getting whipsawed. He's shorting crude into the fucking vacuum. So these vacuums are a big fucking deal. So is it, you get a triangle, you get a flag, it's starting to tip. Time to bring out your hedge strategies. Now, this thing could make money, but you could make twice as much money if you traded this, this goober system. Sure, set this up, trade it. But I wouldn't try to live off of this thing because I'm not going to live long enough. Like, the best setups are on the 4-hour chart. This thing's getting like 3 amazing trades a month. Yeah. But, don't you want to get rich quick? You can't get rich quick. Oh, you sure can. Dude, you can make money in a flash crash in these markets. I think it's obvious that if you put your orders at the right place ahead of time without any regard to anything. But if you want to scalp, get a scalping broker. Get a swing broker. You got to keep it separated. It's 2 different mindsets. I wouldn't want to commingle that. I don't want to, and then they had the double neck guitar came out, and I was like, dude, just pick one. Then they had the triple neck guitar. So yeah, here's this guy's system, and my only critique here is that there's no mention of size. Not even percentage of risk, I don't think. So it's kind of like, yeah, this is the Holy Grail. A lot of filters. You're not going to overtrade it. Some months you're down 3%, some months you're up 10%. 10% of $100 is not really 10% of 1,000. How much money? And this is where, okay, I'm only risking 2% of 10,000. How many times can I be wrong? Well, it's going to take me, in the worst case scenario, if I risk 2% a month, how many months is it before the account blows up? So what I was doing is extreme trading. I mean, who's taking 10,000 to 40,000, right? Twice. I barely scalped out of this thing. And then I got back in at every pullback. And my size allowed me to go to 40,000 and swing in a $20,000 profit range for 3 days. So when people say you blew up the account, it's like, huh, okay. I didn't really, there was a point at which it was so unblown up. So I risked 10 grand. I was at 40. I said at the bottom, watch me blow this account up. It's a joke, people. You can't see that scaling in it. You missed the whole point of the fucking demonstration. That's why they call it demo account. So I got this Hans cunt comes into the thing yesterday. He's like, dude, look at my CAD yen trade. I'm like, so what? You locked all that margin up. How big are you in that? 40 standard lots? I don't think so. You're in 40 standard lots, dude? Goes up 150 pips? I'm out. What is your threshold for profit? What's your threshold for loss? Doesn't that mean anything to anybody? Nobody wants to talk about that. They want to say, you don't know how to trade. Can't you see the market's going down? So I should just sell here. I like the signal service, guys. That's how you get whipsawed. Somebody told me the euro's going up, so I got in. Really? How much? Oh, 3 standard lots. Got to stop? No. Well, I guess you do. Whatever money's in your account. What's the difference between blowing up a $10,000 account? So say I was a millionaire and I actually was trading real money like that. People be like, dude, you were at 40 grand and you just... There's a guy out there that started with a little bit. He made like 30 million. He wiped the whole thing out. But if you took off some money off the table along the way, right? If you scalped it, the question is, are you a scalper or are you a swing trader? If you're a swing trader and you have a percentage robot risk truncation coming in behind you to bank something, that's how the robots... This guy with the scalp thing, Mr. Fancy Pants, like, I'm going to buy as it goes up with an 8-pip trailing. Of course it makes money with a 1-pip spread because it's cashing out if it ever backs up even a little bit, and it's getting in like a whore every time it goes up more. That's the get in like a whore every time it goes up more thing. And it's actually just blasting through. You know, it's been trading sideways for a long time. So how many people are accumulating during the sideways phase in an uptrend? How many people are buying on dips? How many people are cashing out at resistance? Is it just range trades? How many people are waiting for the apex of the triangle on a monthly chart? How many people are waiting for the apex of a triangle on a 1-minute chart? So I was doing a playback of the 1-minute chart, and somebody said, could you talk about the 1-minute chart? I said, well, you know, you have to talk about it like real time as it's coming at you and be like, okay, got to get in. Okay, got to get out. Like, if you have a key that is set, and I could do it, and but you got to nail it. You're getting in 100K, and you're like, okay, hit it once here, and wait. I mean, when do you hit that key? All these people that come onto my thing and troll, I'd like to see them trade just the playback of the market. If you're such a good trader, if you're so much better than me, why don't you open your EA and put on the MACD? It came with the fucking system. Put on the 1-hour chart, put your candlesticks up, analyze on the fly, and tell me. Write down every fucking trade. You should be able to back test any structure. You don't need a fucking indicator. Put your Fibonacci's on real time. If Fibonacci works, okay, listen, if anybody thinks Fibonacci works, please open your fucking EA, your strategy tester, anyone. Play back the market. Tell me the next place to buy. Record it. Post it on fucking YouTube. Or otherwise, shut the fuck up. So I'm showing stuff. And I'll tell you what, this Ryan Brown, I got a crush on him now. He's fucking same just like me. Dude, just trade. Everybody that criticizes, I feel, unless you've got a YouTube channel, that's why I like this Edge. He's like, okay, fucker. It's hilarious, dude. So I just watched a movie last night called Patterns by Rod Serling. Sterling, who the fuck? I'll put the link in the bottom of this video. Watched it last night. Almost fell asleep. Now, this movie's just a mind blower because it's so dry in the beginning. By the end, it's just coming in its pants. But, you know, I think about it. This is so funny because it's a liberal against a conservative like you've never seen in your fucking life. You watch this thing, you're like, holy shit. And it's just so Twilight Zone-ish. It's like a masterpiece. Academy is the same thing. It's a fucking masterpiece. Every frame in this fucking movie is literally a perfect composition, the lighting, crispy as fuck. There's enough depth of field where stuff's slightly blurry in the background. This is black and white photography standpoint. Every frame is exquisitely framed. It's like the perfect balance. So crispy as fuck. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how that stuff gets by on YouTube, and then they're coming after me with the fucking Carney fuck came after me again. And just saying the word advanced pattern, this guy patented the Gartley. And now they're trying to sue me again or threaten me to tear down my video. I'm like, dude, that's from 2 years ago. You just figured that shit out? And I'm like, do whatever you want. I tell him, fuck off. I emailed back YouTube something, fuck off. Yeah, just go to VMO. Open an account there. I don't really give a fuck. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Go hunt down my fucking, every time I mention 618, some guy's going to patent the fucking phrase 618. It's like the fucker that want to patent the smiley face. Like, I'm really threatened. You're going to tear down my YouTube channel. Like, my whole life's based around that. So, I don't give a fuck. And these guys want to not talk about trading. It's pretty pathetic. Nobody wants to talk about trading. You rarely see a guy. The one guy was posting his trades and shit. But yeah, everybody's such a genius. Built a robot. But yeah, I don't care. I'm over it. So I was stopped streaming before. But yeah, I like people that are creative. I think this Ryan Brown guy, he just needs to be more like manual trading. I think the EA is a little bit... what the EA says about you is, I think my strategy is so great that I don't need to... like I could just tell somebody to go do this, and then something comes up because the market's chaotic. Like, in other words, something comes up that your strategies can't deal with. And you should be making money from things that are insane, that you hear people say. It just trigger. You're like, really? The idea that it's going to keep going more. So price over time would matter. Consolidations, nobody wants to sit in an accumulation phase when they keep getting stopped out, when they know that the accumulation distribution on the 1 minute chart is, you're looking for a 15-minute target. You're in a triangle on the 5 minute. Are you waiting for the apex of the triangle to pull the trigger? Are you really stalking the market to the point where you're like, nailed it? Let me see a guy do that. In fact, this will take very little time. Anybody that wants to, anybody that's like this Edge guy and all these people, open strategy tester and tell me the trades you're going to do real time. Imagine I know it's a demo, but see, this is why people don't want to talk about demo accounts. Let me see if there's another strategy that might work. Maybe I do them all. So this is my dream. Really cute girl at the coffee shop. Come up to her with a 10-inch tablet. And I say, and it's all, dude, it's like, she don't even know what she's looking at. Put up my fancy color wave, simple wave analysis trading system. Babe, you see that color there? Uh-huh. Want to turn that color? Press that button. And then you have the 5 minute chart, the 15, the 30, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour. You just take the punishment that it's not a perfect 4 hour chart. And you say, or don't let her have the 4 hour chart. Have her trade the 5, 15, half hour, 1 hour. She's got 4 charts. Now, this would work. I'm going to tell you right now. There's a guy that sent me an email because I did a cloud trading thing, but I have 3 period moving average cloud, and it does good. If you write a script for a setup on this simple wave analysis, you'd make boatloads of money. Because inside of your entry has got to be something where you get the fuck out of something. So the depth of writing, I don't know why these guys don't understand this edge guy, what I'm doing. You can't see it. You're writing scripts. Do you write a comedy script for a fucking murder mystery? No, because it wasn't working that market. The market's going through phases, which, like, that's the thing about Wyckoff. What phase are you in? Accumulation distribution? Are you running like a whore? Every month you're up 200 pips. You're like, holy shit. And people are shorting into that. Or, same thing on the way down. People are just like, oh yeah, it's tanking. Oh, finally up on this trade. Ledge profits run. I'm shit. So there's a million people trading a million different strategies. I like when the guy says, well, if that worked, everybody got a hold of it. Not everybody's going to get a hold of it. Dude, not everybody has an Apple phone. But your brain thinks all or nothing. If you're an all or nothing thinker, your whole world's like that. So this guy yesterday in the stream says, pearls before swine. I thought, God, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Heard about it. So look all this shit up. But, of course this simple wave analysis trading works. Absolutely, this guy's not... He's getting chopped because he's getting in with tight stops. This system is not about whether wave analysis works. It's about whether having patience works. Waiting for this fucker to spit out a fucking cherry-picked trade. Yeah, I had a fucking... Oh, yeah. But... how much of 2% are you risking? Let's just go with that tired saw, the all bromide of 2% of risk you account. How much money are you going to put in the account? And if this simple wave analysis trading system works, I would give it this hot chick in the coffee shop. I give her 4 panels. I give her 5, 15, a 30 in 1 hour. And I could make it look better than this. I could make it so it looks... I could build this system in a second. Be like, oh yeah, let's pick a moving average. How often do you want to trade? Dude, I've studied this shit for fucking... I had a 1355 system crossover. Dude, those Fibonacci numbers, come on. It killed it. I looked at those entries, I go, holy shit. But you'd have to run it on a 1-minute chart. I could put it on the... I could do I could set up this guy's parameters in a template. I recommend anybody... This is only if you're really a geek about trading. You're not like just casually trading. You're serious about it. You want to do it. You want to make a lot of money. And you want to have a go-to system that you built. You're going to fade your moving average. Your moving average is bullshit. Trade against your indicators. Well, of course. Once you see how laggy they are. But typically, when the market comes back to the moving average, you're at a structure level also. So the girl in the coffee shop doesn't even know. Her brain, she's not contaminated. What if you were born today? Well, the old thing is, knowing what I know now, so you're living real time. And you only know what you know from what you've seen so far. So this guy had his 10-year-old kid on the thing, and I thought, God, look at this kid. He's just like, yeah, I want to have a YouTube channel, he says. How cute. Well, I think hardware is coming back. Don't forget, they're going to have to fix the grid. What happens when the grid goes down? So my buddy says there'll be a zombie apocalypse. Anyways, let's not think about that because we need to make enough money trading so we can be on our own island that we bought with Bitcoin. Well, that'd be the dream, right? So, but is that a dream or nightmare? Because when you get there you are, as the alcoholics would say. Everywhere you go, there you are. So no matter which system you trade, if you're impatient, you'd be like, dude, when's the fucking, like that guy was saying that worked at the prop house. Dude, like, so like wait for paint to dry. So a part of your psyche, if you're an impatient person, which I don't think there's any fixing that, it can work to your advantage. You're impatient with yourself, so you get shit done. Like, come on, bitch. Like, I mean, who's not having a conversation in their head? Like, God, really? You're not done with this shit yet? Oh my God, this is way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Like the clean up your room thing. But some of that has to do with anxiety. If you have stuff around you, objects and stuff you picked up overseas, these are things that are protecting you. It's like a landscape that you want to see that makes you feel good. People want to feel good. Same thing in your charting. You want to feel good. You want to see all that stuff on the screen. I get it. Because of all your blankets and all your... But nothing's going to save you from the risk of putting on the trade because... pulling the trigger, so to speak. So I was very afraid to pull the trigger on commodities because I knew just out of the gate I'd be down so hard. I'd be like, dude, I'm down like... I'm risking $125 a trigger pull? I'm like, what? And I would buy at the market like a complete ultra goober. And that was with not even... It was over the phone execution. So I was very... God knows what... I wait for them to call back for a fill. Especially in a fast market. You know, these poor guys are filling one ticket for some goober like me. They were like, no wonder they're charging me $35 to pick up the phone. They're like, dude, really? You want to buy how much? Well, I'm just starting out retail trader. So I know the feeling of being... I just lost $250. Well, live hog trade. Then I'm looking at this thing. Forex. People are trading like... You don't have to trade it like that, dude. So can anybody see the whole point of Forex? Why you want to be a Forex trader? Not to mention the leverage. Okay, listen. How is people missing this? How's he missing what I'm talking about here? I'm talking about money. People don't want to talk about money. They want to talk about, well, I know where the market's going. But how much are you risking on that? Jesus Christ, in the fucking futures market. $1,500 loss. Boom. Limit up. Limit down. Soybeans. I think I lost $2,800 in one soybean, 5,000 bushels. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. And then I was like, this is on the recommendation of, I actually had a guy charging me about $50 a trade, and he was a ex-tennis player and a very motivational guy, real great spirit, like nothing. He's like, dude, it's all right. You're fine. Just stay in the trade. And so he's like, hey, it's a loss. No big deal. He was right, but he wasn't making a lot of money in the trade. It's like $49 commission. And, right, there's no spread. There is no spread. But you're paying somewhere. I think that's the going rate for a commission. A near zero. So I'd suggest if you're scalping psychologically, better you pay commissions and don't see the price on your screen. I don't like to think to myself, wow, I'm buying here. This is when you really want to have a button that you press that throws a buy limit 2 pips deep, just in case where you got in, or, sell 2 pips above you. As you watch, if you're going to stalk the market, you're watching it go through this shit, what can you do about it? So the part of your brain's going, what can I do about my life right in the next 3 hours to make money? How can I make money in the next 3 hours? Well, maybe, how far away is your entry if you're a scalper? How far away is the next entry? Like, so if you're that good, you should be able to say, I think that we could move 20 pips up or down in the next 3 hours. So should I come back to my chart in 3 hours and see where we're at? Or should I just throw orders out there? I think that's the fork in the road. Do I come back every 3 hours and go, oh, we were where I thought we were going to go? Well, maybe you should have gotten something on the way to where you thought you were going to go. I'm sure anybody that's have a brain would say, well, I think I missed an opportunity, or yeah, maybe I do have to take a risk and put an order in deep and see what happens. Maybe I'll open a $200 account. Put $200 in an account. Trade a 5K. Try that strategy out. Run the simple wave analysis with the girl at the coffee shop. And, I would say she doesn't have another view of, like you say, I'll give you $20 a day to place orders for me on this 10-inch tablet. I trust that you're not, okay, I got $100 into the tablet. Here's how to start a small business. Here's how to hire somebody to trade for you with not too many strings attached. Like, say, like you got this 10-year-old kid here. Hand him a 10-inch tablet. He's 10 years old. That's a inch a year. Give him only one view of the market. This this SWAT team. And so you have pre-formulated scripts for him. And as the account grows, maybe you do bump up a little bit, but not a hard. You're never running. In other words, when most of your fuel is coming off the platform, right? And your spaceship coming up. And that's going to be your right, this spaceship launching pad is the scalp out of the gate. And then you drift. You're in some trade and you're like, oh, look at it. I made 1,000 pips, but out of the gate, right at the very edge of this thing, you've got to constantly be making money on markets that are coming into a zone and then bursting back out and stuff and doing all this stuff, right? So it's like, I'm just talking about people that can trade for 8 hours straight. Okay. Or they come back to the chart every hour, make a decision. So are you a scalper or are you a swing trader? Because anybody can get in at any point along the way with a 300 pip stop and trade fundamentals, because at some point you'll be right about that trade. Or do you have this filter system like the simple wave analysis trading tool? So this would work, right? And but it could work better with a script, I think. I don't think this is an EEA. But this is your classic thing. Sure, this would anything would work. Anything works if you trade it on multiple time frames. You have to, because sometimes the best trade's on the 15-minute chart and it's killing it. So if you have somebody pull the trigger for you that doesn't know anything what they're doing, and you're going to pay them $20 a day, how much you got into this fucking business? $100 for the tablet, $200 in the account. They pull the trigger. You pay them cash. You see them every day at the coffee shop. Here's the business plan. Hand them $20 bill. Get a homeless fuck. Get these homeless guys that got kicked out of the Starbucks in there. They should have just wore Depends in there. I've already got the solution for them. Wear Depends and just crap your pants. So, yeah. Right. So, yes, this would work. But you could make it work more better if you got some realistic money management going. Is it really good to buy here at this price? Maybe based on current volatility, it's better to have a bunch of 80K sitting below you in a 12 pip range waiting to get filled for 15 minutes, half hour, 1 hour. Or do you just have a big structure order sitting there like an idiot going, yeah, you know, it's the boring shit most boring shit I ever saw in my life. Or do you get off on the 1 minute chart where you're like, dude, wait till you see this fucking, like you're sitting on the 1 minute chart. You're like in 7 minutes, you're out, 4 minutes, you're in, 18 minutes later, you're out. I wonder the exact execution turn points. We could look at that in hindsight on the 1 minute chart and examine, wow, look at that fucking trade right there. Dude, wow. Look, they stopped everybody out. It ripped the other way. And when I say they stopped everybody out, I mean they took it fucking to the edge and back on the 1 minute chart. You can see all those trades. So, I'm not even going to play this guy's tape. I'm just going to put this video up. But of course this thing would work, you know.